Hi, I'm Jess.
Hello, David. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. How's your day going?
So far, so good.
I would just like to ask you if I have the permission for this to be recorded and uploaded to the class forums.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, awesome. So let's get started. I don't really know what brought you in today or why you're here, but I'm gladly like to listen to what's on your mind. So tell me, why'd you come to see me today?
Well, you see, I feel sad a lot of the time and depressed. I used to work at this, taco place, but I just lost my job because my boss was really rude, and he always kind of gave me this feeling that, I didn't want to get up and go to work, and to be honest, I didn't even really want to come in and see you today. I just feel overall disappointed in myself and that I should be strong enough to figure it out on my own.
All right, Jessica. It seems like you feel kind of unusual to come see a psychologist, but I just want to reassure you that it's absolutely normal to feel anxiety and depression. It's actually common. And I just want to tell you that it's great that you're here today and we welcome you. And you recently just said that you've lost your job. Is that what you mentioned? And it's hard to get up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please tell me how'd you get to that point?
Well, I've come into work a few times in late, and then I get in trouble, and my boss, demands a lot from me. And when that happens, I get overwhelmed and I get nervous and scared, and of course I don't want to mess up. But I always feel like no matter what I do, I'm never good enough for the job, and, my boss doesn't help. And in these specific situations, he's always yelling at me to be my best, and I'm trying, but I just feel like I can never, be up to his standards.
Okay, so you're telling me that your boss yells at you at work in specific situations. Can you please explain to me how that makes you feel?
It makes me feel like there's so much pressure on me and that I don't have a chance to make a mistake and that I have to be perfect no matter what. Sometimes it gets so hectic that, during work I call my boyfriend crying, and, my boss yells at me for being on the phone, and, then I yell at my boyfriend, kind of, venting, but I take all my anger out on him, and I kind of yell at him for being unsupportive. We had a huge argument the other day where I said he was being unsupportive. I kind of threw, a tantrum, and he decided to move out of the house, and he made the house into a huge mess. He took everything out, of his room, and everything was kind of trash, and so I'm stuck with that now, too.
Okay, so your boss is pressuring you, and now that your ex-boyfriend moved out, you're having difficulties in your relationship and living there. And you mentioned he's being unsupportive. Can you give me some examples of how he's being unsupportive?
He used to not be, as lazy as, in the past. And he was helping me around the house. We have a dog, and he was helping me, with the dog and, cleaning up around the house. But financially, I do everything, and it's kind of all, on me, and it's definitely overwhelming. He doesn't have a job, and I'm the only one that pays the bills in the house. I take care of the lawn, I clean up after me, him, dog, and he doesn't even do his own laundry. And all I'm asking for him to do is, to make me feel somewhat better by supporting me and, just helping out a little bit around the house, when I'm overwhelmed with work and, I come home stressed. And instead of him being, next to me physically and emotionally, he's not really there. And I just think that's unsupportive.
So what it sounds like is you're telling me that your boyfriend was someone who was supportive to you at one point in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other type of supportive systems that you have, or any other supportive people that you have in your life?
I have, some friends, but I don't really like, to be around them because everything's kind of like a joke to them. They don't they're not very serious. They're not in the same, position as I am. And it kind of makes me feel, bad, that maybe I grew up too fast, or, that I'm just, like, have to be responsible for everything. The closest person I had in my life was my boyfriend and my family, but they said that, they don't care about my job, and my family doesn't even really talk to me since I moved into the house with my boyfriend, well, since my ex moved out.
Does that mean your family's not supportive of your job or boyfriend?
They don't want me to work. They don't want me to have a job. They want me to follow in my mother's footsteps and get married, find the perfect guy who has a great job, doctor, lawyer kind of thing, and that's their definition, of how be a typical, stay-at-home mom. So ever since I moved out, got a job, they haven't really talked to me, and that's why I get, stressed, moody, lonely, and, I can't concentrate, I'm distracted. It's just a mess.
So what you're telling me is that you're experiencing loneliness and low mood and a lot of stress, right? Is it okay if I could give you this journal?
Yeah.
And with this journal, what you do is throughout your day or any time of your week, whatever you're feeling, if you're feeling stressed or happy, I want you to just write it down, and whatever is bothering you or making you feel great, we could talk about it next session, and we could work from there.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Well, our time is up. Jessica, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward for our next time we meet.
Thank you.
All right.